Last month I invested my first $1,000. ETFs, DCA, the balanced portfolio from episode 3. I felt good. But that same day I also had $4,200 on a credit card at 21% interest. Did I do the right thing? Should I have paid off the card first? Honestly, I didn't know. If you've ever wondered the same thing, welcome to the most requested episode of the series. Today I'm not giving you an opinion. I'm giving you math. In less than 11 minutes you'll know exactly what to do with every extra dollar you have. Before I give you the rule, I want you to look at the actual numbers as of today, March 2026. Credit cards in the United States are averaging 22.3% annual interest. Personal loans are between 12 and 25%. Federal undergraduate student loans are at 6.39%. And 30-year mortgages are hovering between 5.87 and 6.07%. The lowest level since 2022. On the other hand, high-yield savings accounts, or HYSAs, are paying between 3.3 and 4.35% annually right now. And the S&P 500 has historically yielded close to 10% annually on average. The question of debt versus investment is really a question of rates. If your debt is costing you more than the market can give you, paying it down is your best investment. And if not, they can coexist. That's exactly what we're going to figure out. Let's do a real exercise. Imagine you have an extra $300 this month. What does that money do in different places over 5 years? If you pay off credit card debt at 22%, you eliminate about $1,400 in future interest. If you invest it in an S&P 500 ETF, historically you accumulate about $23,000. If you put it in a HYSA at 4%, you get almost $19,800. Do you see the pattern? The 22% credit card costs you more than the market promises to give you. There, the decision is obvious. But the 6.39% student loan, that's not so clear. And the 6% mortgage, even less so. That's why we need a rule. A line in the sand. Here's your rule. Simple, practical, and based on math. If your debt has an interest rate higher than 7%, pay it off first. If it has a rate lower than 7%, invest in parallel, making the minimum payments. And if you have an employer match in your 401k, capture that match first, always, before any other decision. Why 7%? Because it's the average real return, adjusted for inflation, of the long-term S&P 500. If your debt is charging less than that, mathematically it's better to invest than to prepay. But there's an important point. This assumes you can manage the debt emotionally. If the debt is causing you anxiety that affects your daily life, pay it off, even at 5%. Peace of mind is also an asset. And the golden exception, the 401k match. If your employer matches up to 4% of your salary, that's an immediate 100% return. No investment in the market will give you that. Always, capture the full match first. Let's apply the rule to today's numbers. Credit card at 22%. Red, pay first, it's urgent. Personal loan between 12 and 18%. Red, pay first. Auto loan between 7 and 9%. Gray area, depends on your specific situation. Federal student loan at 6.39%. Green, invest concurrently. Mortgage at 6%. Green, invest concurrently. Plus you get a tax deduction. Now that you have the rule, you need a system to implement it. I use what I call the 3 buckets. Bucket 1. Protection. It always comes first. This is where your minimum 1-month emergency fund lives in a HYSA account. Today between 3.3 and 4.35% annually. And this is also where you pay the minimum on all your debts, without exception. Without this bucket full, nothing else works. Bucket 2. Attack. All debt with an interest rate above 7%. This is where all your extra money goes until that expensive debt is gone. The order. Credit cards first because they have the highest APR, then personal loans. Bucket 3. Growth. First your 401k until you get a full employer match. Then your Roth IRA up to $7,500 annually. That's the limit for 2026. And finally your investment account with the ETFs we discussed in episode 3. This bucket is fully activated when bucket 2 is under control. Can I operate buckets 2 and 3 at the same time? Yes, if your debts are below 7%. Otherwise, all the extra money goes into bucket 2 until the high interest debt is eliminated. To tackle debt repayment, you have two proven methods. Let's see which one suits you best with a real-world scenario. Imagine you have 3 debts. Credit card A with $2,000 at 24%, credit card B with $800 at 19%, and a $5,000 auto loan at 8%. You have $400 available per month above the minimum. With the avalanche method, you tackle the highest rate debt first, credit card A at 24%. Result: debt-free in approximately 18 months, paying around $890 in total interest. With the snowball method, you tackle the smallest debt first, credit card B with $800. Result: debt-free in approximately 20 months, paying around $1,050 in total interest. Avalanche saves you $160 in 2 months. Snowball gives you quick wins that keep you motivated. My recommendation: if you're analytical and disciplined, use Avalanche. If you need to see fast progress to stay motivated, use Snowball. Both work. The best method is always the one you're actually going to use. 3 people wrote to me after episode 3 with different situations. Here's what the solution looks like for each, and probably for you too. Scenario 1. $3,500 on a credit card at 22% and an extra $500 a month. The answer: pay the minimum on everything, get the full 401k match, and put everything else straight to the credit card. In about 8 months, that debt is gone. Then you invest hard. Scenario 2. $25,000 in federal student loans at 6.39% and an extra $300 a month. The answer: pay only the minimum on the student loan and invest the $300 in your Roth IRA plus an index ETF. The market historically outperforms 6.39%. You're building wealth in parallel. Scenario 3. Mortgage at 5.9%, credit card at 20%, and you want to invest. The answer: bucket 1 full, and bucket 2. You completely destroy the 20% credit card before doing anything else. The mortgage can wait, the credit card can't. Which are you? Probably a combination of all 3. But now you have the 7% rule and the 3 buckets to know for sure. 2 desafío de esta semana se llama el det audit y toma 15 minutos. Paso 1. Lista todas tus dudas con su tasa de interés real. Paso 2. Aplica la regla del 7% a cada una. Paso 3. Dibuja tus 3 cubitas con los montos reales de tu situación. Paso 4. Comparte tu plan en los comentarios y te doy feedback personalizado. Lo que cubrimos hoy. Las tasas reales de marzo de 2026 y lo que significan para tu bolsillo. La regla del 7%, matemática, no miedo. El sistema de 3 cubitas para organizar cada dólar. Avalanche versus Snowball con números reales. Y 3 escenarios aplicados a situaciones real. En el episodio 5 vamos a construir tu fondo de emergencia en 90 días. Vamos a ver exactamente cuánto necesitas, dónde guardarlo. HYSA, T-bills o money market funds, y el plan automatizado de 12 semanas para legar. Rank revela por que perdió $2,300 por no tener un fondo de emergencia. Y como lo habría cambiado todo. Si este episodio te ayudó, suscríbete y activa la campana para no perderte el episodio 5. El link para descargar tu debt audit worksheet y tu payoff calculator gratis está en la descripción. Nos vemos en el próximo.